Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Good morning to everybody out there. Make sure you hit the like button if you just joined. That would be awesome. And I'm gonna just quickly welcome everybody to the stream. Welcome back to Gagalari, Chili Sauce. Welcome back, J-Max, CT, Berenyi. Let's see, Lenny. I think it's mostly the same people upwards in the live chat. Gideon, Yopadi, Leonel, Gage Paul. Let's see, Larry Summers, a guy who's just here. Ronaldo, I see you. Ex-Saint, Gregory, Govin Darajan, Rocky, J-Slam, OMC Music. Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a good time. Yesterday on the second live stream, my internet got disconnected. That was incredibly frustrating, mainly due to the fact that I already had a hangover, felt absolutely terrible, and then the internet just kept disconnecting. And that was even prior to the stream. I had to fix it up. And then during the stream, I think after like 30 or 40 minutes, it disconnected. I was like, oh gosh. Well, I fixed it. I think I fixed it again. I think the problem was I had several internet cables that I put into the router, and I used those cables for when people came into this room for my birthday last weekend, and apparently that caused some disconnections. So plugged them out, and it seems like everything's fine. We'll have to see. We'll just have to see how this is going to play out here. But yeah, we are ready for another day in the stock market. And what a beautiful day it is so far, especially among the Chinese stocks. It is looking really, really good right now. Let's see. Right, so if let's just take a look at the Chinese stocks right now, right? So with Alibaba going up almost 5 percentage points in the pre-market, sitting at 168.7, this is a stock that I've been buying ever since it hit 190, right? So I've been buying at 190, 180, 170, and I bought a bulk of stock at around 150 to 160. So the fact that this stock is just going up right now, that is just awesome. I am heavily into the green zone right now on Alibaba, so happy about that. Didi stock going up as well, but keep in mind, Didi is one of those stocks, it goes up in the pre-market, then when the pre-market is done for, when the market opens up, the stock just plummets. So just keep that in mind. It could very well plummet back to 7.7 as if nothing happened, right? So kind of looking at that with caution. But we do have earnings coming up next week. September, the first day of September, we have earnings coming up for Didi. I am not expecting anything special for earnings because obviously the Chinese government has been cracking down on this company like no tomorrow. So not really expecting anything for Didi for earnings. I think it could actually be pretty bad earnings, but that doesn't matter. What we're looking at here for Didi is for a good quarter, at least the coming quarter, to be good for Didi as we're getting out of this mess with the Chinese government and as Didi's revenue potential normalizes again when their app gets back onto the App Store. So yeah, that's Didi for you. Going up quite a bit in the pre-market. It could run up to $10 in this week, or we just see it go flat. We'll have to see. Tencent going up 5.8%. Baidu going up 3.5%. BYD not updated in the pre-market apparently. Weird. But yeah, the Chinese stocks are doing good. The indices are going up. We have, Robinhood going up slightly. Virgin Galactic going up 1.2% in the pre-market. Is Netlist doing anything? Not at all. I'm actually curious what the 10-year is doing. 10-year is only up slightly. That is good news. The fact that the 10-year is not spiking is already just incredibly good news for growth stocks, high-risk stocks, etc. We have the Russell going up after the massive move that we had yesterday. If you don't know, the Russell actually went up 2 percentage points yesterday, which it was about time. So we had a downturn all the way to this significant support that you can see right here, this white line. And it bounced back to the upside right after hitting that support level, which is just beautiful. Now, so what we're waiting for here is for the Russell to create a higher high, which we have not seen in some time. What we have seen recently for the Russell is for it to be just creating, I would say, equal highs, hitting a particular top or resistance, and then getting rejected every single time, which is really darn frustrating. But that's been the Russell so far, been going sideways and getting rejected at the 2,250, which is hopefully a point of support in the future. I think there's a high likelihood that we're going to be breaching above the 2,250, and we're going to be using that as a support down the road. The main reason, of course, why the Russell's going up right now is because relative to other indices, the Russell has become cheap, as it was down 11% from its all-time high. Meanwhile, we have the S&P going all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. Same for the Nasdaq and same for the Dow Jones. So at some point, the technicals become good. You know, we had the CPI actually taking a bit of a breather, and the 10-year is stabilizing. It's flat. And these are all good things for small caps. These are good things for the small companies that are out there that are listed on the Russell. And so, there we go. Checking crypto right now. Bitcoin is down, Ethereum is down, Cardano's down. So the cryptos are moving down slightly. Might have to do something with the fact that we have hit resistances, especially for Ethereum. Oh wait, not quite yet. Not quite yet. We could see probably another 5% to the upside. Yeah, on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. That'll be interesting. But yeah, I still think that this will not be a sustainable rally to the upside. I don't think Bitcoin is going to go above the all-time high. I don't think Ethereum is going to do that. So I'm staying cautious. I have bought the dip on Bitcoin at 30K. I have bought the dip on Ethereum at around 1,800, 1,700, 1,900. And I've sold for a profit. I didn't think it was going to be rallying a lot further. It has rallied a lot further, but it's still, I think, not sustainable. I don't think we're going to see significantly higher levels. Not high enough levels for me to be like, all right, let me just buy a boatload of crypto. But I do think down the road, like we're talking long term, the next couple of years, I definitely think we'll see Bitcoin go to 100K, Ethereum going to 5K plus, etc. I think that's probably going to be coming up. I don't think that's going to be happening this year though. Mainly due to the fact that we already have CPI almost inflecting downwards. Now, if we see actual deflation, or at least inflation heading down for the coming months and going into 2022, then you'll probably see cryptocurrencies taking a major hit. And not just cryptocurrencies, we're talking commodities, precious metals, etc. So I am currently staying away from the cryptos at this moment. Oh, there we go. I have no idea why my chair is just, it is really messing me up right now. Like the portion that I'm sitting on is like, it's on an incline for some reason. I don't know how that happened, but it's the most annoying thing ever. Oh my god. Yeah, it really does hurt my back. Alright. And it's also like incredibly hot today here in the Netherlands. It's like to anybody saying that climate change is not real, I mean it feels like I'm in Italy right now. It's really warm, which is interesting on itself. Like, I have never experienced such a warm summer in the Netherlands. And it gets warmer and warmer just every single year. And this is why we invest in green energy, right? This is why we invest in the green energies in Tesla. Hopefully it's going to do something down the road. Alright, so C3.ai I think is also going up right now. Although it's not a boatload. C3.ai is... Yeah, the pre-market is not updated yet, which is... I don't even know why I'm paying for this service at this point. It's like... I think it's like $15 a month. But they're not updating the pre-market here. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I don't have the right subscription service. But C3 is up 1.3% in the pre-market. Here it says nothing. It's just not updated yet. Which is kind of strange. I do think Palantir's updated. Yeah, so Palantir is updated. That's good. That's very great. Palantir up 0.4. Snowflake. There we go. Snowflake coming back down. I really dislike Snowflake. I really dislike Snowflake. Unless they prove that they have lots of earnings, lots of revenue, and they're growing fast, I really dislike this company. And I don't know. I think it was overhyped. It was probably overhyped because Warren Buffett's company, I think it's Berkshire Hathaway, they bought into Snowflake. They probably got out already. You need to buy market data for trading in addition to the Pro subscription. Man, all these darn subscriptions. I'm gonna actually take a look at that. Market data. Trading view. Let's see what kind of plans they have. Yeah, I got the Pro version. What's the difference though? I just don't see a whole lot of a benefit to it. Intraday exotic charts. What does that even mean? I can't believe you're not aware that the market cycles on cryptos are prolonged each year. Well, people said the same thing when Bitcoin was sitting at 60K and I said it was going to drop to 30. People said the exact same thing. Oh, Gara, you're wrong. Did you not know that this time is different? And then Bitcoin fell down from 60 to 30. I literally said it might go to 30 and that is bad. But there's a high probability that when it does reach 30, it could bounce back to the 50s, 50,000s. And if you don't believe me, there is a video on the channel that I made probably in April where I warned about the drop and where I said that we will probably not see a bull run like we have seen in 2020, 2021 until the next halving, which is around 2024. It's just hilarious. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious. Like, it's the same argument over and over. This time is different. This time is different. It's not. It's been different every single time, right? 2017. This time is different. It wasn't. It dropped. It came back down. It consolidated for years. You can go back to 2012, 13. It's the same story. Although I agree with the long-term thesis that it's going to go up long-term. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to see a short-term rally that's going to be comparable to the big runs, right? So I'm just warning, because a lot of people lost a lot of money when Bitcoin went from 60,000 to 30,000. We're talking a lot of money. I know some people that got wiped out on Bitcoin. It's all fun and games until it crashes back down. Let the data win the argument. I already won the argument. Bitcoin crashed from 60K to 30K. Meanwhile, 99% of people said, no, Bitcoin is not going to crash. This time is different. It's going to go to 100K. And it went to 30K. This time is not different. I'm going to warn about this again. I don't think this rally is going to last. Unless some very big institutions are going to go into Bitcoin. I'm talking very, very big institutions that suddenly will change their mind and be like, all right, let me just pour all my money into Bitcoin. And several of these. Else it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to be real with you. I think Bitcoin at this point, short term, pure speculation. There's nothing going on right now. Oh, man, let's see. Yeah, it could actually spike to like 51K still. I do see that happening actually. And I don't think the downturn is going to be that swift. Could be a slow rally to the downside. At this point, what's even more evident is like if you take a look at the volume. Look at the volume. The volume speaks for itself. Look at the freaking volume. It's not the same. It's way less. It's incredibly low. That is not good. You don't want to see super low volume and no catalysts. I mean, that is a recipe for disaster. I don't think it's going to go to 0. I don't think it's going to go to like 20,000 necessarily short term. But it could definitely get back to that 30,000 range. I mean, why not? Oh my god, this is just hilarious. If you're confident that this will happen, give a time frame. You said Ethereum will go down to 1,000. So that's just hilarious because that's like you're just grabbing one sentence in a whole book of sentences, right? Oh, Ethereum's going to go to 1,000. Where's the context, right? Where the hell's the context? Saying that Gara said Ethereum was going to go to 1,000. Just like that makes no sense. I literally gave a context. I said, hey, Ethereum could bounce back to 3K, but it's going to go back to 1,000. It's going to hit that bottom. It's going to hit that low again at some point down the road. That does not mean it's going to happen right away. And I think that's the most... people get confused with this, I would say the most. Especially when I'm buying stocks like... Didi or Alibaba that are down tons. They're down like huge amounts. And they keep going down. And then they'll be like, oh, but Gara, you said it's going to come back up. Well, it does not have to happen tomorrow. It doesn't have to happen next week. It's going to happen. There's a high probability it's going to happen, the next months. Maybe in the next year, which is still a short-term time frame if we're talking about assets. If we're talking about stocks, bonds, cryptos, 1 year is nothing. It's in the grand scheme of things, it is absolutely nothing, right? But I guess that's, a lot of people are new to the market and think that 1 year is a very long time period. That is not the case. That is absolutely not the case. All right, let's see. It's okay. I mean, these same people that were super hyper bullish on crypto got absolutely wiped out on the crash from 60K to 30K. Like it was what's the right word for this? It's like karma, right? It's absolute karma. When people go super greedy and they put all their money in crypto and they become delusional because of that, that's what they get. The crypto markets crashed 50% plus. And they shrugged it off. It's like, oh, I just lost all my money. That's all right. And that's because right now we are in the, I would say, if not the single largest speculative bubble in just many assets right now. Yeah, it's just these crazy times where people accept the fact that an asset is just dropping 50% and they just shrug it off and they just buy the dip again. Which, that's only the case in, like, you know, specific scenarios like a .com or like '08 or, what is it? Oh, right now. All right. If you don't want to lose all your money, please don't go all in. Have patience. Do your own research. And doing your own research doesn't mean listening to YouTubers. It means you listen to several people that know a lot about that particular asset or that particular market. And then on top of that, you do your own research. You fact check, you check the revenues, check the growth, etc. Or with crypto, what are the catalysts? Is crypto right now, relative to the past, cheap or expensive? Are there other short-term catalysts, long-term catalysts? Which institutions are buying? Which institutions are selling? What's the are there regulations coming up, etc. And that's how you decide whether you want to go into an asset. I think a lot of people right now, they're watching YouTubers. They're like, that YouTuber said that crypto is going to go up substantially, so I'm going to buy lots of crypto. That's not how it's supposed to be. That is literally gambling. If anybody is listening to me, in my opinion, which, by the way, is not financial advice, and if you're buying stock just because I'm saying something, that is gambling. That is straight up gambling, and I think it's messed up. So do your own due diligence. Going all in is not wise. Sometimes it is. Like a tiny portion of the time, somebody goes all in on a stock like Gamestop, and it just goes up massively. But that's 1 in a million. That's like 1 in 100,000. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Bit of a rant, but this was on my mind for the past couple of days. It's like I'm seeing all these people like, oh no, Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000. It might, right? I think the probability is low at this point, but it might. This year. Long term, for sure, I think going up, seeing that next halving event, 2024, pretty sure we're going to see another big run on Bitcoin. But short term, I think there's just no way. All right, let's see. Can you tell us about Neo? And I thought Google was expensive. Google, I thought Google was I thought Google was cheap at like 15 to 1700. I didn't buy Google because I was, I guess I was focused on the growth stocks at the time, which were doing a lot better than Google in terms of appreciation in stock price. Let's see. C3 is, oh wow, C3 is up 2% right now. That is wild. That's really cool. Oh yeah, by the way, I can sound a little bit harsh sometimes, but it's because I'm trying to counter all those people on YouTube that are saying things like Bitcoin to 200,000 this year, and I think if you go about it with like a more soft attitude, I don't think the message comes across as I don't think people will even listen, So, and I know a lot of people are in that mindset of, listening to a YouTuber that says, I think it was Stockmo like a couple months ago said that Neo is going to go to $200, or some other crypto people saying, Bitcoin 200,000 this year, and I just find it really disgusting that people give these unrealistic targets in a short time frame just to get viewers, just to get people in. And then whatever whatever those people do, that's obviously not their responsibility because they're not giving financial advice. But what ends up happening is just people that don't know a whole lot about crypto will buy at 60K, and then they think it's gonna go to 100K, and then it drops to 30K, and it's just a big mess. I'm just trying to prevent that. And I really dislike that kind of content as well. It's just, I want to say it's just pure garbage. But there's a lot of that out there. And then usually when you ask those YouTubers, how long have you been in the market? Oh, I joined in 2020. Yeah, it's it's people that just want to make money on YouTube, which is good, you know. It's more power to those people. But I personally don't like that kind of content. Although sometimes I have to say I am guilty of it sometimes as well. With C3, for example, made a big mistake. You know, I bought this stock at like 160, I think. I bought it at 160 initially. The stock just kept going down. I was like, oh, it's going to go back. It's going to go back. No, it didn't go back because the growth stocks got absolutely destroyed. It wasn't just C3 going down. It was lots of growth stocks going down 60%. And C3 was one of them. But just because a stock was doing bad the past couple months does not necessarily mean that performance is going to continue on in the next couple months. And that's something very important to remember. This could definitely reverse. It could go back up to $70 and $80 within the next couple weeks, and everybody's minds would, you know, just explode on that. Now, you know, talking about probabilities, like, would, you know, what would have to happen for C3 to move up to $70 and $80? We would have to see substantially improved earnings. Growth stocks should be going up. You know, the Russell should be going up. And I would say CPI inflecting downwards. And that would be a situation where you would see a stock like C3.ai actually go up quite a bit. All right, we have 5 minutes left until the market opens up. Guys and gals, hit that like button. I would appreciate it a lot. So smash the like button right now. Let me know in the live chat whether you're holding Bitcoin right now. And what is your average price? Let me know in the chat. I'm quite curious about that. For some reason, C3 is not updated yet. We see Palantir updated. It's up 0.4%. Didi still up 5%, roughly. Baba is killing it right now. Up 5.5%. I've got a big position in Alibaba. Like I said, I bought at 150, 160. That's where my positions reside right now, mostly. And yeah, this bad boy is just... it is definitely doing me well today. And I think just way more upside is coming. This is just the beginning. We're going to see it go back to $200, but potentially even $250 by the end of the year, depending on the situation between China and the US. It definitely depends on that for the most part. Here we go. I think in the next coming months, the stocks that went down until now that I've been buying the dip of, you know, the C3.ai, the Didi, the Tesla, the Palantir, the Virgin Galactic, like they're all going to go up the coming months. And then the people, there were a lot of people that actually hated on me because I was buying stocks at cheaper prices. I mean, objectively speaking, that's what I was doing. I was buying stocks that were going down substantially, buying stocks at lower prices. People hated me for that because guess what? Oh, Gara, you're buying a stock that's going down. You're stupid. Well, we're going to see those stocks come up quite a significant bit in the coming months. It looks like this is a setup for growth to really take off. And what we saw yesterday was just an indication of what's to come, where we saw the Russell go up 2 percentage points like that. Of course, the whole market was going up, but I do think there's some good times coming up, and it's mostly going to be depending on that CPI. We need to see it needs to be confirmed. We already have COVID going rampant, and that is going to help tech, weirdly enough. And now we just need that CPI to just cool off and chill out substantially, and then we're good to go. I'm mostly excited about C3.ai and Didi at this point. Those are the two stocks that I'm really watching right now, because they have the potential to just burst up, like, we're talking 50, 60, 70% in a very short time frame. High risk, high reward, right? Yeah, I did my due diligence. I know what I'm talking about right now, especially with C3. I would say Didi can be a little confusing still, because we don't have a lot of insights into what's happening in China all the time. But let's see. I want to see what's going to happen with Tesla as well, because Tesla opened up the pre-market was looking really good, and then actually it cooled off a little bit. So I'm curious what's going to happen here. It looks the RSI is sitting overbought right now. Interesting. Market opening up in about a minute. Hit the like. That'll be awesome. And looking at the live chat right now. See what's happening here. What do you think of the Nasdaq? Tesla, please. Yeah, we're looking at Tesla right now. All right. Markets just opened up. Let's see what happens. Oh, oops, I got muted. How did I get muted? That's weird. Oh well. So yeah, Didi is up it's up 7.2%. Baba up almost 5%. We have Virgin Galactic up 0.8%. Robinhood up 3.2%. Netlist coming back down. Although what I'm used to is for the market to go up, and then in the first hour, and then in the all the other hours, it just cools off and it goes down. So I don't think it's a good idea to have high expectations at the moment. And that's been a very, very prevalent pattern for the past couple weeks. Although Didi is starting to really move. How long was I muted for? Damn. That's interesting. Oops. Yeah, I don't have the best memory. It's good enough for stocks, but that's about it. Alright. Didi is up 8.1%. Alibaba starting to fall right now a little bit. Baidu going up 5.6%. Tencent is up 1.9. Is it up 1.9? That doesn't seem to be right. It's probably up way more, but it's just trading view. It's up somewhere between 5 and 6 percentage points, I think. BYD is up 4.6%. And yeah, the overall Chinese stocks that we look at are actually doing quite good. There we go. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that beauty. C3.ai going up 3 percentage points. It's finally moving, right? Damn. It's finally moving. I think the indicators are not loading right now. Oh, there we go. C3.ai up 3.6%. I'm still unamused. I don't care if it's up 3.6%. It's sitting at a very close to an all-time low. So 3.6%, that's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. So I am not getting excited about those numbers. I want it to be up 10, 20, 30% until I even start. I don't know. It's just not very impressive so far. We have earnings coming up soon. Oh, one sec. One moment. There we go. That's my coffee. Yeah, so we have earnings coming up soon. 1st of September. C3 was sitting at an all-time low. Growth stocks are recovering. Down almost 75% at some point. And yet the stock is not able to bounce back 10, 20%. Which is just... What can I say about that, right? It will take some time before people realize that this is an absolute bargain. Yeah, it's very frustrating to see the stock only go up 3.6% after all that downside. Well, you know, every time it went down 10%, 15% easily on a daily basis. So, yeah, we'll have to look at that as that situation is going to be progressing here. Damn, the portfolio is going up substantially because of Didi. My man. Didi going up 8.68%. Let's freaking go. It's just wild. Although this could be the beginning of a much bigger rally. We have earnings coming up for Didi as well. C3.ai might run 10%. I mean... that would make sense at this point. It would make a lot of sense. C3.ai up 4.2%. Like I said, I'm unamused. This is nothing. We've seen a 75% downturn from the all-time high in the past 6 months. For it to be just like up 4.2% from an all-time low, still. What can I say? Tesla sitting at 707.3, and Snowflake up 2.7% as well here. Which I don't like Snowflake. I think either they have to report like stellar, absolutely stellar results, or the stock is just going to fall substantially. It just has a massive market cap. Look at that. So Alibaba up 5.6%. It is now going above 170. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm very happy about this because I bought a boatload of Alibaba at 150, 160. I remember doubting myself at some point, like, oh, you know, it might come down even further. China might crack down a lot on these companies. And then we had the recent good news that they're actually cooperating with the U.S., with the SEC. And yeah, my portfolio is just going up substantially right now. We'll see what happens. I mean, it could still go down. Who knows? Didi up 9.5%. I think this is just the beginning. Same story with C3. Didi is down a lot. I'm not amused with only a 9.5% increase. I want to see 10, 20, 30 plus in the coming days at least. You know, we have earnings coming up for Didi. We have earnings coming up for C3.ai. Both were sitting at an all-time low. And they're good companies with great fundamentals and very bright futures. So I want to see some substantial gains here. Damn. That is wild. The 10.5% to the upside. Didi to the moon. Still, I mean, it's nothing in comparison to the downturn that we have had from the IPO price of $14. Keep in mind, Didi hit an all-time high of $18. It's only sitting at 8.57 right now. It's up 11%. I mean, that's nice and all, but it's still down a lot. 11.4% to the upside. All right, this is starting to look a lot better than what I actually expected for today. But you know, it could still fall, right? We're still in the first hour of the market being open. Didi going up right now. C3 sitting at 48.65. Very nice. Palantir up 0.8%. The names that we have been talking about for the past couple weeks are all moving substantially. But the question is this rally going to keep on going? Are we going to see a massive surge over the coming days, or is this just going to be a dead cat bounce at this point? When are you selling Didi? I'm planning on selling Didi probably close to the all-time high. I think it's going to reach the all-time high. I'm pretty sure about it. This company, they've got very, very good fundamentals. A very bright future ahead of them. Only thing that was bringing them down was the Chinese government's just cracking down, and it will do quite good. Didi's already coming back down. And, yeah. That's wild. I think this could probably be this could be all that we're going to be getting here, because we've hit the resistance zone for Didi. And Alibaba, I guess same story. We filled the gap here. But yeah, so far, great day for these Chinese stocks. I cannot complain, I'll tell you that. Palantir going up a percentage point, sitting at 25. I'm looking at Palantir going back to 27 here. Could maybe happen today, who knows. Yeah, we have the meeting, I think it's the Fed, like Jerome Powell, the central banks, the Jackson Hole meeting. That's going to be Friday, and we'll be covering that for sure. I think it's going to be quite important. All right, let's see what's happening with Tesla. Yeah, Tesla, I mean, let's be honest. Tesla had a massive surge recently, right? So the big recovery to the upside. It's a 10% move on Tesla. We don't have any short-term catalysts whatsoever for Tesla right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if it just stays around 700 there. Great. Let's see. AI up 4.4%. That's just not a lot. I mean, we have earnings on the 1st, which is next week, Wednesday. You'd expect way more upside for AI. Chinese stocks are coming back down. This could be the classic, spike in the first hour and then it just drops back instantly, which we've seen very, very often, by the way, for Alibaba and for Didi. It seems like that is playing out right now. It's already going red, selling off right now as we speak. Let's check the 1 minute. I think the 1 minute is going to reveal what's happening here. There you go. So spike and then coming back down now. MACD's crossing to the downside. It does look like it could come back down quite a bit lower. We'll have to see. We've seen this before. This is a classic, right? We see this almost every single time with the Chinese stocks. All right. AI. Oh, wow. AI up 5%. Nice. I guess that's a good start. I mean, this is a lot better than just seeing it go flat. Palantir is up 1.25%. And actually, it's still heading up, right? Tesla EV stocks are doing good. Li Auto is doing exceptionally well. Wow, Snowflake. Damn, Snowflake up 3.4%. Yeah, Snowflake has earnings either today or tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, so Snowflake is going to have earnings tomorrow. That might be the reason why it's up so much. And AI up 5.17%. So it's still heading up. Straight up to the 50s. Let me check my positions. It's been pretty good so far. AI up 5.4%. And it's kind of rejecting right now. Interesting. C3.ai is on fire. No, it's not. AI is not on fire. This is nothing. Like, I'll put it into perspective, right? How many people are right now making money on C3.ai? I'll tell you how many people. The people that bought right in this little zone and the people that bought in this zone are now green on AI. Now let's compare that to the whole chart of C3.ai. So we're talking everybody else that bought in these zones are down on C3.ai. Yeah, that's quite insane. If you'd compare that to like a stock like Apple or anything else, you would see a big difference. It would be the opposite way. It's like only those people didn't make money on it and everybody else made money on it. But yeah, so far everybody's losing money on C3.ai. Almost everybody. It's great, you know, it's spiking, but the volume is low. We've seen way faster and larger spikes in the past for earnings, and I mean it's at an all-time low, so seems to be like there's still not a lot of excitement about it yet. One moment, let me just quickly. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, Gara. What do you mean by that? The hand that feeds you. What you mean, the stock market? I made a killing in the stock market this year. It's been wild. Yeah, I recently had some friends over, and I made a big mistake. Because I was on my phone, I was looking at my stocks. I was a little tipsy, and a friend of mine saw my portfolio. And, well, let's just say that the conversation subjects suddenly changed for the whole night. Yeah, this has been a great year for me. Last year was very great in the stock market as well. It is the hand that feeds me. It's the stock market. And I think it's probably the same for a lot of people. Oh, you're talking about Peru. Oh, I don't understand the context of this. I don't even know what I said. I think I said something like C3.ai is not going up that much. I think that was it, right? Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to go up a lot, but right now, I mean, a 5% move, like right before earnings, you know, sitting at all-time lows with the Russell going up, still, in my opinion, still a very small move. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it seems like the Russell is still heading up. That is good. Right. Pretty nice. It's a very big move. It's always best to keep your financial status to yourself. I have to agree with that. 100%. I really dislike showing even my portfolio or stocks to people. Like, and the main reason is that, like, some people that I know in real life will actually watch the live stream, and I don't know. People change when they know that you have money. They really do. I have 100% experienced that recently. Although I don't have a lot of money, but for my age group, for my age, it's a humble amount of capital. Also, never let your wife know how much you actually spend on your guns. What? You what, mate? Didi is look at classic, absolute classic. Like, it was up almost 12%, and it came down 4 percentage points. Yep. Yeah, there you go. And remember, Didi is the kind of stock, it could just go down all the way. All the freaking way. So far, so good. We have a $20 donation coming in from Koamat Dang. Thank you so much. The message is, Gara, can you look at Airbnb? Thanks. Yeah, Airbnb has been suffering lately. It's just not been able to move. Let me take a look at that. What am I saying? It's actually up 5.2%. Yes, I thought it wasn't moving, but it didn't move, right? So just for the past couple days, it's been going sideways and downwards. Yeah, my target was about 160, and we're getting pretty close to that. That's nice. Although we had a spike here. It seems like we have a bit of a resistance going on at the mid 150s. And if we take a look at the 4-hour chart, there we go. Okay, so the MACD is crossing, RSI is spiking. That much we know. Volume is relatively low so far. No, it's actually alright. Yeah, it's alright. No. Well, I'm not sure about it. It's just average volume. Nothing too... Maybe I'm wrong about that. Well, let me check the 1 hour. Never mind. It's not average. It's quite a bit of volume. Daily. It's not overbought. MACD is crossing. Volume is coming back up. Weekly is bottoming out. I think we could... It's above 20-day moving average, which is good. Hey, I mean... let's see. Is there like a trend? Is something? No. Yeah, so I think what we're probably going to see here is just like a rally up to around 163, 165 probably at this point. Yeah, the 160s, that's where we would see resistance. And I think it will just keep going. Right? It might consolidate briefly, but I think it could just keep going to the 160s. So maybe we see a bit of a consolidationary move, kind of move like that, and then correct right after. That looks really weird. Let's just say something like this. So there is room to the upside for Airbnb, definitely. Especially with, you know, high risk stocks going up and everything. AI just keeps going up. Is it? Oh, there we go. AI going up 5.5%. Let's go. Very happy about this. I have bought a lot of C3.ai at 45. Even at 44 at some point, I think. At 46, 47. My average is still around 65 right now. So it's a rather high average. So I'm definitely not in the green. But I don't necessarily think 65 is a very bad price. It's just right now with the growth stocks starting to recover. Oh my god, Google, what an absolute behemoth. Google sitting at 2,830. 1 trillion market cap. It is going up really fast. Didi is going down. Look at that, Didi. This is the classic Didi. Is not able to push back up. And that is, I think it's a shooting star, isn't it? Oh, not quite yet, actually. No, it's not a shooting star. Alibaba, 170.36 and still heading up. Very nice. Robinhood, look at that. We said Robinhood was going to bounce, and my oh my, bounce it did. Bounce it did. Sitting at 47.5 right now. I think we had an analyst upgrade on Robinhood. That could probably be the reason why this is happening. A £10 donation coming in from Vincent Weck. Thank you so much, Vincent. Vincent says, Gara, can you check meme stocks, Microvision, GameStop, and AMC? Sure, I'll take a look at the meme stocks. Charles Liu coming in here with a $5 donation and says, Gara, can you check GameStop? Do you think it will rally above $200 before the earnings? All right, let me see. Thank you, Charles, for that donation. I'll check Microvision right now. Boss, that was going to go down, and then we had growth stocks going down, and so Microvision went down. All right, fair enough. Yeah, Microvision. They don't have a lot going on short term. They don't have a lot of revenue. They're burning cash still. All that's going on right now is, I would say, growth stocks are going up, so that could be beneficial for them, for Microvision. MACD is crossing daily chart. Yeah, so it's kind of holding this range at the moment. It's like right in between 12 and 16. And earnings is a long way from here. Weekly chart. It looks like it's going to consolidate. It's going to be going sideways. So Microvision, probably, I think it's kind of going to be similar to maybe this time period, or if you would just zoom out a little bit, it's kind of like this, trading within a range until we see a big catalyst, right? A lot of these small caps have that. But it does look like it's heading to the upside of that range. And with range, I mean this range over here. So I think next up it's going to probably try to retest $16, probably by the first week of September for Microvision. And then for GameStop, GameStop is definitely rallying right now. It's up 6.7%. Damn. 13.5 billion market cap. That is interesting. Let's see. Oh wow, my stocks are going up really fast right now. Interesting. GameStop. Yeah, that is a very, very bullish candle that we're seeing. That's insane. But is it over yet? We don't know yet. I think, yeah, this is looking really good. Looking really good. This is a resistance. Let's just see what happened for earnings before. They have a lot of cash now, right? So they diluted the shares. They got a lot of cash. They should be good to go at this point. I mean, I don't think it's so much of a meme stock anymore. I think GameStop is going to be killing it the coming years. Just because they got so much support from the retail traders. So I'm not as bearish on GameStop as I used to be, because they completely are revamping the company right now. I think it's going to probably try to retest between $190 and $200, something like that. That's still probably it's way too short of a time period, to be honest, for us to see such a jump. I'm looking at a gap fill to the 180s. Gap fill to the 180s, maybe a little bit higher, and then come back down for earnings, unless they got something really crazy to announce. And if it does come down, like the classic buy the rumor, sell the news, it could come down all the way to the 160s. So that's that would be my thoughts on GameStop right now. But yeah, keep in mind, it's kind of a meme stock in the sense that Wall Street bets could pump it up and it could just jump massively. So yeah, that's GameStop. AMC, I mean, I shorted AMC like crazy in the past. Remember, I was warning everybody that AMC, that the hedge funds were going to be manipulating the stock like crazy, that they were going to short it again and keep on shorting until it was going to go down. And they manipulated the news cycle. They put out bearish articles about AMC everywhere until people started selling. And that happened, right? So it was sitting at $60. That was right around the point where I was like telling people that it was going to go down substantially, which it did. It went from 60 all the way back to the 30. I think it even hit like 29 or 28. And now it's sitting at 38. Recently said it was going to bounce back up to 38 from 30. But I'm not so convinced if whether AMC is going to have the same kind of turnaround that GameStop is having. We're not seeing a specific change in management. So I'm quite a bit bearish on AMC still. I think it's going to drop further, although this dead cat bounce could last a little while longer. Yeah, we might see it go back to the 40s very briefly. This is a resistance zone. I don't think it's going to last in this zone. And then it's going to go back to $30 at some point in September. Palantir is up 1.5%. Damn. That's nice. Yeah, I remember we said Palantir was going to go up ever since it hit $22. We said it was going to go back up. It's now sitting at 25.2, up 1.6%. Let's get it going. Awesome. Beautiful. Great day. Awesome day. Look at that. Didi, classic, down almost 6% at this point. From the top, right? So we had a big spike, came back down. Looks like hedge funds are starting to buy into this stock like crazy. Yeah, I warned about Lucid Motors back when it was sitting like at $25 that it would just stay in the lower 20s and not move because it doesn't have any. We don't have anything going right now for Lucid. But once they have some catalysts coming up, like maybe a new product or you know they're starting to deliver the vehicles, we could see a bit of a rally. But right now, I'm not so sure about that. Ronald Anderson coming in here with a $5 donation, and Ronald says, "What do you think about Lucid?" All right, I'll give you my opinion. So, thank you for that donation, by the way. I'll look at Lucid Motors. Remember, a couple weeks ago I said, yeah, not a whole lot is going to happen. If Tesla goes up substantially, then it's going to go up. Didn't happen because the market started falling because of the Fed. And so it fell. It fell down to the lower 20s, and it's probably going to stay there unless we see a change in this company, right? So if they start progressing faster than expected, that would result into a rally. But the overall market cap of this company is massive. It's sitting at a 35.7 billion market cap, and I keep saying this, but they're not delivering any vehicles yet, or at least I think they haven't really. They're still at that stage of like getting that started, which, I mean, I just don't think investors are excited right now. Maybe at the end of the year when they've already delivered like hundreds of vehicles or maybe 1,000 vehicles, that would spark some interest. But right now, investors are, I think they're still waiting, and they're watching. They're being cautious. Are they going to be able to deliver on what they said? And if they are, I think this is going to go back to, between $25 and $30, probably a couple months down the road. We're talking like October, November-ish, maybe even December. Let's say probably November. But yeah, for now, it's just wait and see. Are they going to deliver their vehicles? And are these vehicles going to be good? What is happening to Didi right now? Up 6.87%. Alibaba up 6 percentage points. Gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. All right. Let's see. Is AI still going flat? Yeah, kind of. Tesla's moving, 714 right now. Tesla's starting to move. Very nice. Okay. Palantir is still going. Palantir is still going. Up 1.9%. I mean, once it's above 25, there's just a high probability that it's going to be moving to that 26, 27 fairly easily. That 25 has been a resistance in the past. Igerino1 coming in with a €2 donation and says, Gara, please check Bionano Genomics. What is your exit price? My exit price on Bionano Genomics would probably be, I think it was around $10, wasn't it? What's this resistance? Oh, that's 6.3. So I think that is like a potential short-term exit. It goes back to that level. I think it could retest and then keep going. But yeah, eventually I want to get out at roughly that $8 resistance. That seems to be an interesting level to be getting out of. And I would get out like at 7.8 or something, 7.7 myself. This is going to be a short-term play, right? I bought this stock at like 6 and at 5.5, 5 point, lower than that. So if it goes to $8, I mean, from this bottom to there, that's a 60% gain. I mean, I'll freaking take that. Why the hell not? But that's going to probably happen around, down the road. It's gonna take a while. We're talking like maybe end of October. At this point, it really does depend on the CPI. If CPI is going lower, then I would expect it to be beginning of October to see it sitting at 8. But I think around $8 wouldn't be a bad price to be taking profits. Will it go back above? Possibly. We could see it go back to 10, maybe 11. But that would be November, December time period. But yeah, of course, you're taking a risk there because maybe it doesn't happen. But if it happens, it's probably going to happen in November, December. That's usually the better quarter, Q4. Didi coming back up. Beautiful. Is $49 a good time to buy C? I think C3.ai is rather cheap, below 60. Right? It's rather cheap, like really cheap, below 60. It's like below, yeah. This is quite cheap, I think, for the current market. Right? For the current market, I would consider it cheap. It's not financial advice, by the way. It's just my opinion on that. Palantir breakout. Is it a breakout? Oh wow, yeah, it is. Up 2% right now. Will this last though? I mean, we're seeing Apple go up half a percentage point. Google's actually going up 1.17%. Facebook is going sideways actually. Netflix down half a percentage point. I still think I'm very bearish on Netflix still, despite the move to the upside. I just don't understand why this company is. I mean, what's their quarterly? Yeah. How long has it been going sideways for? It's a year. So a year of sideways movement on Netflix after the big rally here. Although I would say it's probably benefiting from the fact that Corona is kind of coming back, right? So we're seeing the COVID Delta variant. It's kind of going rampant right now. And that is having a positive impact on Netflix stock price for sure. Oh, wow. What is happening right now? Palantir is just going up super fast. Didi going back up. Alibaba, same story. Look at that. And just compare to the whole chart, right? So this is Alibaba right now. It's sitting at 171, which basically means that the stock is down roughly 46% from the all-time high, while other stocks in the US have been skyrocketing and just across the globe, massive rallies. But in China, no. It's been going down. It just left oversold on the RSI, and it's spiking back above. This is an interesting time indeed for Alibaba. Last time we saw a rally after a massive dump, we had a move of about 30 percentage points to the upside within about 2 months. Will this happen again? I think it's highly likely at this point. RSI very low, volumes are spiking, MACD is still very low too. Daily chart. I mean, we talked about this back when it was sitting at like 152, 153. That was yesterday, right? Now it's sitting at 170, 171.5. Yeah, Airbnb is helping the people of Afghanistan, the refugees, which is that's a good thing. Might also be one of the reasons why it's going up in stock price. AI, come on, we need to see like a 10-20% move on AI right now. I think that would be great. Remember what I said, this was a resistance level, but we're not quite there yet, so there is room for AI to go to 50, just like that. It could easily go to 50 right now, and it should, although we can see right here there was a bit of a gap there, that's now filled. Let's see if it's going to push through. Hopefully. All right. Checking my Alibaba right now. How is that doing? It's doing pretty darn good. I mean, it's right now. The stock market could fall at any moment, and then just your gains will get incinerated. So, getting excited about moves to the upside generally leads to disappointment. Gara, when do you expect to I think Didi could hit $10 this week. Why wouldn't it, right? I mean, we have earnings coming up on the 1st of September, which is next week, Wednesday. So in anticipation of that, with the positive news coming out of China recently, that they're actually in talks with the SEC, that the investigation is almost over. I mean, it could very well hit $10 and go above this week. I actually said this last, I think I said this yesterday as well. But yeah. I don't think there should be like any reason for this company to be doing bad, just equity wise. Although the Chinese government hasn't been making it easy. It's been very difficult as of late. All right, let's see. Is there anything else going on right now? AI is still holding up pretty good, actually, right now. So that's nice. Big tech going up slightly. ARK is doing well. Yep, ARK doing pretty good. And we have the 10-year spiking, which means the debt market is coming down. Bonds are coming down, which means there's money flowing probably to the stock market right now from the bond market. Gara, is Nike ever going to come down? What happened to Nike? Yeah, I already got out of my short position right here. I was in this zone. I think it will, probably after the dividends. I didn't want to risk it, right? So I was like, oh, it's sitting at 165. Let me just get out of my short position. Let me just run away, because it could still go up back to like the all-time high for dividends, and then maybe right after it could fall back down. Bitcoin is falling. Bitcoin down 2%, Ethereum down 2%, Cardano down 6.8%. What goes up must come down, eh? At least that's happening right now. Ronald Anderson coming in with a $5 donation. Ronald says, what about GGPI? Any news yet on the Polestar deal? I have not checked this in a while. Yeah, but it's gonna be wild when it happens, right? Polestar, I like the brand, I like the designs of the vehicles. See what the news about this company is, because back at any moment they made the Polestar merger. Yeah, Polestar should be interesting. It is also added that the deal could be valued at around 25 billion. That's insane. Yeah, Polestar is Volvo. Yeah, I know. Now, it's actually owned by China, Jiangili, and Volvo. It's just, yeah. Polestar raised 5. So they are well capitalized. They've got experience. It's gonna be good. It's a great vehicle as well. So great looking vehicle. Yeah. I might actually buy into this right now, because it's looking a lot cheaper than what we had before. In fact, it's like down 8.7%. I want to have a piece of this pie. Let's just put it that way. So, I'm going to buy some. I'm not so sure if it's actually if I can buy it anyway. GGPI. No, I can't buy options on it. But I can buy individual shares probably. Right, yeah, I can buy the individual shares. Market open. I think the volume is very low at this point. Alibaba is launching right now. No surprise. I mean, look what happened with Alibaba. They got absolutely crushed by the CCP. And now we're getting some good news out of China. Of course it's going to go up. Yeah, I will probably just put $1,000 into it right now. Maybe even less. I do think it is quite promising. It's like one of those SPAC mergers that maybe go up like 20 or 30% just from the get-go. So, and I like the price. I mean, we had the big spike and then it came back down all the way. It's almost oversold. I like buying at a low price. And this is relatively low to what we've seen the past weeks. So yeah, I like it. I like the stock. Clover is running apparently. The only stock left in my portfolio now is C3.ai. That's not very diversified, is it? Okay, can you look at Lego stock, please, when you have a moment? Lego. I have never heard of this. Why is it called Lego, though? That's just a weird name. Legato merger. Oprah is a blank check. But what do they? Who are they going to be merging with? Like, might be nice to know here. News. No, I can't find anything about it. Looks like a bump and dump to me, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe they announced something and then it came back down after. Oh, well. Not very interested in that. C3 is still holding up. Not selling off. Interesting. Palantir is selling slightly. It's not able to move here. At least at this point. Baba it's just going crazy right now, by the way. Alibaba is going absolutely crazy. This is wild. I can't believe I was able to buy this stock at 150, like 152. I was surprised. I was very surprised that people would allow it. They allowed it to just fall to 150. I think Baba's great, has great fundamentals. I think it's very well positioned to be, going back to the all-time high within the next year. Most definitely. Did you sell Douyu? I didn't sell Douyu. I have a small amount of Douyu. How is it doing right now? Yeah, I said I was gonna bounce. It's bouncing right now. They had a lot of revenue, right? So lots of revenue for their small market capitalization. I like it. Like when the regulations are over and everything is said and done, this stock is going to go back to, I think it's going to at least go back to around 7-ish. Maybe like double in the next year. Oh wow, Alibaba's still going. It's sort of filling the gap right now. You can see that on the daily chart. It filled the gap all the way to the 172.3, which is this gap over here. The next gap Well, we also have a gap here to the downside. The next gap we would see filled would be to the 180s. Okay. Yeah, Didi's holding up. I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. The RSI is just barely neutral, right? So if we see any good news, like this stock is ready to just go back to 12 within the next month. Maybe even earlier than that. It's just looking so good. Yeah, MACD crossing on a daily chart. It's really nice. My portfolio like it very much. What's happening to JD? Oh wow, JD going up 12%. Interesting. $96 billion market cap. I don't know a lot about JD, to be honest, but let me search it up. Now, I like Alibaba better than JD. A lot better. It's also, you're getting a bigger discount with Alibaba too. I guess it depends on how you look at it, right? Because maybe JD is going to grow faster because it's a smaller company. Yeah, it's still great. I mean, lovely. We're seeing all these Chinese stocks that were oversold substantially finally heading up. That's just great. Cannot complain indeed. All right. Cool. Great day so far. Okay, I'm going to be wrapping up this current live stream. Hope everybody's enjoying the green day in the stock market, especially the stocks that are labeled in the watch list. You know, the green labels, you can see that there. I also own those stocks. Doing really, really well today. Very happy to anybody that is benefiting from this massive surge. But yeah, we're going to be wrapping up the current live stream. So make sure you tune in for the next live stream. We're going to be live in about 3 hours again for the second live stream. And yeah, we're going to cover a lot of stocks, make a lot of predictions, and a lot of cool stuff is going to be happening then as well. So check it out. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. That would be appreciated. Also, make sure you check the Discord. That's where we hang out. That's where we talk about stocks. And that's where I hang out. The Discord link is down below in the description. I'm going to link you guys in the live chat as well. And we also have an Instagram and Twitter. The social media links are down below in the description too. Now, I'll be heading out. Thank you for watching. This was Lucid Trading, and we'll be back in a couple hours. See you very soon.